Hello everybody, welcome to another NASCAR Heat 5 career mode video. Today we're going to be driving our first hot seat opportunity here in the truck series. We're driving in the 68 for Clay Greenfield Motorsports, sponsored by Rackley Roofing. Let's get into it. As you can see, this is the Texas Motor Speedway. This is the Vancor 350, and in my opinion, this is the worst mile and a half track on NASCAR Heat 5. But we're going to have to deal with it, and we're getting into practice, and I'll show you how it goes. So as you can see, I only did 3 laps here in practice, but that first lap didn't, it's like a 2 seconds off the pace of what I'm supposed to have. That is because, I'll show you a clip here, on my warm-up lap, I was getting a little bit too close to the apron. I hit the side, and just spun all the way up the track. When it came back down, I hit the 25 car, I believe. I couldn't really tell. It was the orange and white car, but it just ruined my entire run because my tires were worn out and my car was beat up. So, not our full pace, but let's get into qualifying. So our goal, the pole position is a 30.862, which is not even close to what we're going to get, as I'm going to start this out lap and see what we can do. Through the trial to start our first lap of qualifying here in the truck series, we'll have to see how we can do at this full speed track here in NASCAR Heat 5. In real life, this is not a full throttle track. You do have to let off a bit. But here in NASCAR Heat 5, just run the bottom, don't let off, and see what you can do. It's just like any super speedway, is we're really going to try to arc down into the corner here, see if we can paint that white line through the middle of the corner. We don't get as close as I would have liked to the paint as we are going to come through the trial again for a 32.636, a lot faster than our qualifying time. And it'll qualify us in 24th, which would be last in the dirt series. That is perfect for this, as our goal was that 25th position. So let's see what we can do in the race. We're actually starting at 22nd instead. There must have been a lot of penalties or crashes in qualifying, as let's see what happened to stories. Riley Herbst fails optical scanning multiple times. Jason White had to replace transmission, and Brett Moffitt failed pre-race inspection. So we're starting the outside of the 20 car. This car is sponsored, I didn't even realize, by the Tennessee Titans in the NFL. Big sponsor. We are green in Texas for the first time in our truck series career. Struggling to get up through the gears a bit here is a little bit alien to us coming from the dirt series. We'll have to see what we can do. We're going to squeeze Boyd down a bit. We're really going to squeeze him, but we slide up the track, allowing, I believe that is the 00 car of Angela Rush, to the inside of us. We're falling behind now, Spencer Boyd, a bit, as we're going to get down to the apron, slide up the track, and make contact with Boyd. I did not mean to do that, as we were 3 wide coming out of turn 4. We're making contact with Rush and Boyd now, as we're falling behind both of them. As I think that's just for Joe Cobb behind us, but no, it wasn't. It was actually the 44 of Natalie Decker, who's trying to push us as we're coming down the backstretch. This car is only fast when we have full tires, so we'll have to see how this goes. As we get loose going through the trial, we'll make contact with the 23 car of Brett Moffitt, as we're going to have to take this outside line through turn 22 as he goes down the inside of us, and we are losing a lot of positions. This is not a good sign for if we want to get that 25th position to get an opportunity in the truck series next season. So we are gaining again, though, as our tires are below 90%. So this is where the car starts falling off. There's the 51 of Riley Herbst now pushing us. Seeing what we can do is they're 3 wide ahead of us. I get loose on the grass, and the 51 is going to go by us if we don't make contact with him first. We're really going to have to start picking up the pace if we want to get that 25th position by the end of the stage. I'm just going to hope to finish wherever I can, because I know I will have to pit at the end of the stage. I think we are stuck exactly where we are meant to be right now. In this 26th position, I think we are losing time. But there's a caution up ahead. car in the wall. I could not see who that is. But that'll be the end of stage 1. We finish in 26th. So we are going to pit even though nobody else is, because our tires are dead. This car cannot run on lower than 90% tires. So we're going to pit and start just in front of Tyler Ankrum. I'm sure is mad at us for running into him in practice. But we're green for stage 2 here in Texas. As we're going to struggle to get the car started, as Ankrum's going to start pulling away from us now, as we are going to fall super behind the draft. We do have better tires than everyone on track right now, other than Ankrum, but this is rough. We're going to have to watch every car at the moment or truck I should say, pull away from us, as we're just going to go down the backstretch, hoping to catch up. Now coming out of turn 4, we are catching up to the back of the pack here. There's Jason White, who I believe was one of the people who had to go to the back, and is staying back here at this point, as he's going to be really slow through turns 1 and 2. We're going to have to let off so we don't make contact with him. But we're going to have to hope that we gain some positions quickly, as these tires, like I said, fall off super fast, as you can see here. We are now at 98%. But once they get below 90, they fall off like a rock. Coming into turn 1, we are onto the bumper of Josh Rayum and going down the inside of big guy Mike Harmon in his own car, truck I should say. I keep mixing that up. Mike Harmon Racing is going to go down the inside, trying to get to Josh Rayum. But it's not going to happen yet, as we're now at 91% on the tires. This could go downhill quickly, as we're now just behind Josh Rayum, as we're really going to try to send it down the inside through turns 1 and 2 here, as we're going to squeeze him up a bit down the inside, almost into the wall, as we are battling for 29th here in the Truck Series. Our tires are apparently still fast, as everybody else is probably at 50%, while we are at 80, as we're now catching up to the 44 car of Natalie Decker. As we're going to dive down the inside now, trying to get past her. Just going to go down the inside, and we do. We push up the track and get past Natalie Decker for 28th position. Now down the backstretch we go. We're right behind. Not really right behind, but behind Kate Fogelman and Ty Majeski, as they are battling side by side for 26th, as we are getting back up to where we finished last stage. Now trying to get the draft off of Ty Majeski here in Texas, which is a bit strange, as that's the 02 car, I believe, going up the track, but he'll lose so much speed off of that, as we're going to be side by side with Ty Majeski coming out of turn 2 down to the backstretch. We're going to hope as we go into turn 3 that we can get the pass done, and we get a little bit on the apron, which will slow us down a bit, but we do, if we cut him off, get past Ty Majeski into 27th position. With 3 laps to go in the stage, we're going to try to catch up to Tate Fogelman in 26th position, and up ahead of him, Jennifer Jo Cobb in the 10 car in 25th. It'd be nice if we were in 25th by the end of the stage, because that means we wouldn't have to do too much work to keep that position for our goal. We're getting on the apron a bit through turns 3 and 4, as I don't think we'll be able to catch up to Tate Fogelman at our current speed, but you never know, especially since all these cars are terrible here in the back, as he goes way up the track. That'll allow us to gain so much time, as we are going to be almost on his bumper now coming out of turn 2. Down the backstretch, getting his draft. We're going to dive down again the inside of him as he goes up the track again, apparently trying to get the draft off Jennifer Jo Cobb. And there's some crash up ahead, and we finish in 26th instead, because I couldn't really tell who that is. I believe, I don't even know who that was, who just out of nowhere smoke up ahead into the wall, and that'll be the end of stage 2, as we're going to come down the pits again for a full tank of gas, 4 tires, and nothing else. We're actually starting at 24th as we gain 2 positions off of the pit stops, as I think, even though some people did not pit, including Angela Rush, I think, or up in that 00 car, as we're going to start the final stage here in Texas on the outside of Jennifer Jo Cobb. We're now going to try this outside line through turns 1 and 2, as we're going to have to dive down behind Jennifer Jo Cobb so you don't lose too much positions. As we're going to hit the apron a bit through turns 1 and 2, as we're going to hope that the Natalie Decker decides to help us, especially after we rubbed her up the track earlier in stage 2. We're really going to set it down the inside of Jennifer Jo Cobb now for 23rd, as we're going to be battling side by side out of turn 4, trying to get up to even 20th, I believe, that is ahead of us. We're going to have to follow her through turns 1 and 2 as we get to her rear quarter panel, as we are going to have to fall behind a bit as she's going to get past, or side by side, Tate Fogelman. Now we're going to dive down the inside, trying to get back up to Fogelman. Apparently this entire race, trying to pass Tate Fogelman's simulator, as we're going to have to follow behind Jennifer Jo Cobb as she's slicing her way through the field at the moment, past Joe Nemechek, as we're going to go dive down the inside again, trying to get underneath her a bit through turns 1 and 2. But no, we're going to have to slide up the track a bit to try to block off any oncomers. But no, we make contact with the outside wall. That'll allow Fogelman to get past with a little bit of contact, as we're going to send the 87 of Nemechek up the track. But no, he keeps it straight, as we are going to lose plenty of positions and all that time when we were just following straight behind Jennifer Jo Cobb, and our truck is extremely damaged. Now, Riley Herbst goes by down the outside, and that's Natalie Decker down the inside, and this could mean the end for our chances at that goal, as Ty Majeski now goes by. But there's smoke up ahead, and that's a caution. That is the 40 car of, no, that's the 45 car of Ty Majeski, I believe, who just blew an engine, and that will let us hopefully come down the pits for the final time to get enough fuel. And we are starting in dead last, because we were the only person that took new tires. As we're going to be starting in dead last, somebody had the DNF as Björk Green again here in stage 3. We're just going to have to try to follow behind everybody at the moment, as Tate Fogelman is also back here with us, again, trying to pass Tate Fogelman's simulator, as there's 12 laps to go here in Texas. Just going to follow behind this white car of Jason White, as we're really falling behind again. This is the same situation as stage 2, as we're really going to have to hope through turns 3 and 4 here that we make up enough time to let off the gas so we don't make contact with anybody, as Mike White goes up ahead of us anyway without a care in the world, tries to block this off. I am not too happy with him, as we're going to go down the inside and get past him. Such a slow car with those tires. We're going to have to hope that everybody else has those same tires if we're going to have the opportunity to get that 25th position. Now we're going to slide up the track a bit, as we are getting past Tate Fogelman now for the first time in the race, as we're going to now fall behind Josh Rayum, as we're going to try to push him a bit so he can get past the Nice car, I believe, of Ty Majeski there in the 45 car. So it was not him that blew an engine. It was somebody else, as we're going to be making a little bit of contact with him coming down the front stretch, as we are right behind Josh Rayum, who is in our goal position. We need to get by him as soon as possible. They're too wide up ahead of him, though, which could be our chance if we just bait him into going down the outside, as we will go down the inside and gain 25th and side by side with Natalie Decker for 24th now, coming down the front stretch. Falling behind Nemechek a little bit now, as we're going to try to dive down the inside. He probably isn't too happy with us for roughing him up a bit last stage, but Fogelman, he's just following us around at this point, probably going to try to get past us, so we have to try to pass him again, as our tires are now below 90%. Our car is still fast. We get a little bit loose going into turns 3 and 4, get the draft from Tate Fogelman again to hopefully get back and get a cushion between us and no goal. As we now have 8 laps remaining here in Texas. That is Joe Nemechek going up the track, as we are going to be able to get by him, or side by side with him at least, for 24th, as we're going to try to catch up to Tate Fogelman. Side by side down the backstretch with Joe Nemechek in that 87 car, as we're going to try to follow Tate Fogelman for his draft. But that's going to slow us up, as Joe Nemechek's going to go for the switchback, and he's almost going to get it done, as we're going to be side by side coming through the tri-oval, and he's going to have the advantage. We make a little bit of contact with him, as we're going to try to do a switchback on him. And it works. We're going to rough him up a bit to try to get past him. But it's going to work, because he's actually going to gain a little bit of time on that outside. We're side by side with him again down the back stretch. This is the best battle I've had all day, as we're going to go down the inside, as we are going to get past Joe Nemechek, the veteran, and the father of John Hunter Nemechek. We're going to have to block our position at this point, as we're in 24th, but there's 2 wide behind us. So if we lose one position, we also lose another, as I believe that is the 51 car up ahead of us, going a bit wide to the point we're not going to be able to pass them. We're going to have to try to block this 20 car behind us of Spencer Boyd, as that's the car again going wide, but into the wall. That's Rafael Lessard coming down right in front of us. So we make contact with him, but that's not going to be too much of a worry, as we are going to gain another position from that incident up to 23rd. This is going to be a late race restart here. Let's see what happens. This is a second caution here in Stage 3, as we're green for hopefully the final restart here in Texas. And Boyd is going to get a great run compared to us, as this car has no engine power coming off the start. And that's Rayum going around the outside, and so is 25th of Ty Majeski. We are losing positions like crazy with 3 laps to go in the race. 2 laps, to go in the race, as I think that's our hopes and dreams gone down the drain. We should have almost pitted at this point, but we're getting a huge push from Lessard, as we're going to have to let off going into turns 3 and 4. We have such a huge run, as we hope not to go up the track too much, as we get another push from Natalie Decker. This could be it. We may get the pass done on the final lap, catching up behind Ty Majeski. We're going to have to get past him as quick as possible to get up to Jason White in that white number 34 car. It's really struggling to get through the corners now with these tires, as Lessard's going to try to give us another push down the inside, but he's going to try to get past us instead. We're going to have to try to pass him as well, or keep him behind us if we're going to get 25th. But no, Lessard goes down the inside. He's going to take 25th, as we are going to lose our chance. We're going to make contact with Mike White, go to the inside and make contact with the outside wall. A huge crash at the end of the race, and that'll relegate us to dead last in at least the running cars. A terrible, heartbreaking end to that race. Rafael Lessard was trying to help us, but he goes down the inside of us, taking our position and ending our hopes and dreams. Such a disappointing end to that race, as you see the wreck again in the background. We get a speed rating of 91 and just finish ahead of the last place DNFer, Angela Rutch, as we are at least not very last in the standings. We're ahead of the 97 of Jesse Little, whose car we were supposed to be driving here in Texas, but that changed, as we're driving the 68 instead. Grant Enfinger gets the fastest lap with a 31.156, and Johnny Sauter leads the most laps, and I believe he won Stage 2 also, as Brett Moffitt goes all the way from 30th back near us to 9th. And let's see who finished behind us. Joe Nemechek, who we were battling with at the very end of the race, finishes in 29th, and that's the end of the race, going back to the garage. Hot seat summary, we finished in 31st, not getting our hot seat opportunity, gaining no money and only 11 fans, and gaining more. We missed out on getting that top 25 finish, but don't feel bad. Texas is a tough track. Keep working hard and you'll get there. Thanks, Clay Greenfield Motorsports. But we're not getting an opportunity from you, are we? Austin Wayne Self at Xbox Cup Series. Heard you were looking for a team to sign with for next season, and just wanted to say good luck. It's competitive out there. Thanks, Awesome Lean Self. Compliments you. Try to make more friends in the truck series than we have in the dirt series. But that's going to be the end of our hot seat opportunity, as we're going to be going to Draben in the dirt series next video. That'll be it for today's video, though. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.